So students, in today's session regarding this chapter known to be thermodynamics, we are dealing with two important points. What is first one? Types of heat of reactions along with respective examples. And what is another one? Hayes law of constant heat summation and what are its applications. So let us start with first point, that is type of heat of reaction. In last session we complete some different types of heat of reaction. Now in today's session we are dealing with these different types of heat of reaction. So what is first one? That is known to be heat of dissociation. So what example in front of you? Acetic acid is weak acid. It dissociates partly into acetate ion and H plus ion in solution. So enthalpy change related with this reaction, this is known to be heat of dissociation. So how to define heat of dissociation? Enthalpy change when compound dissociate into ions in the solution, that enthalpy change is known to be heat of dissociation. Then what about next one? Known to be heat of atomization. What about this example? Here which gas is under study? H2 gas. After splitting it gives free gaseous atoms. So water may be the enthalpy change related with this reaction. This is known to be heat of atomization. So tell me definition. Enthalpy change when gaseous molecule split into free gaseous atom, that is known to be heat of atomization. What about ninth one? Heat of transition. What transition indicate? Change. Change from one form to another. So what these two indicate? Allotropes of carbon. What is first one? Softer one graphite, harder one diamond. So enthalpy change when one form is converted into another form, that is known to be heat of transition. What about example? C graphite gives rise to C diamond. Then next one, heat of fusion. What heat of fusion? It is related to day-to-day life. Solid on heating gets melted into liquid. So this solid into liquid conversion indicate heat of fusion. So tell me once again, what do you mean by heat of fusion? Enthalpy change when solid is transformed into liquid. Check next one. Heat of fusion, that is solid into liquid. Just we finish with. Next factor, heat of vaporization. What it indicate? Liquid on heating transform into vapor. So that enthalpy change related to this conversion, it is known to be heat of vaporization. What about last one? Heat of sublimation. What is sublimation? Solid on heating directly convert into vapor without liquid state. So this is known to be sublimation, and water may be the enthalpy change associated with this transformation. This is known to be heat of sublimation. So for simple numericals, check this one. Heat of sublimation equal to which total sum? Heat of sublimation nothing but heat of fusion and heat of vaporization. So this total sum gives you which value? Heat of sublimation. Then very important point from thermodynamics for both board preparation as well as MCQ and different numericals. What Hayes law indicate? In earlier part of thermodynamics, we discussed different properties of thermodynamics. So out of different properties of thermodynamics, what is first one? Enthalpy change of the system depends upon two states. Which one? Initial state and final state. But it does not depend upon path followed. So whatever may be the path you are going to use to reach from initial to final, that path is not important here. What is important here? What is initial state? What is final state? Let us explain this statement by means of example. What is the example in front of you? This one, formation of CO2. So how CO2 can be obtained? It can be obtained by two different processes. What is first process in front of you? That is by one step process. How you will get CO2 in one step process? Solid carbon on heating using gaseous oxygen gives gaseous CO2. Tell me enthalpy change here. Negative sign indicate liberation of heat. So this is what kind of change? Exothermic change. So this much heat will be liberated when there is formation of gaseous CO2 from which one? Solid carbon and gaseous oxygen. What is another way to obtain CO2? That is by using two steps process. What is first one? Carbon solid in limited supply of oxygen first of all form which one? Carbon monoxide in gaseous state. And as it is first step, we can denote this enthalpy change by del H1. This is minus 110.5 kilojoule. What about second one? This carbon monoxide obtained in first step, again reaction with half O2 gives rise to CO2 gas. So as it is second step, what we can write here? Del H2 nothing but this one. So by using Hess law, what total sum indicate? Del H. This is for one step process. These to indicate two steps process. So del H equal to del H1 plus del H2. Now put values what you are getting. LH is equal to RHS. So what should be your conclusion here? According to Hess law, what happened? Enthalpy change depends only upon initial state and final state, and it does not depend upon path. Tell me regarding formation of CO2. Whatever may be the process we are going to follow. Which two process we discuss here? One step process. What is another one? Two step process. So whatever may be the process we are going to use in order to have CO2 gas as a product, so that enthalpy change remains constant. So it depends only upon initial state and final state and not upon path. So let us start with important applications of Hess law. This is important point both for theory purpose as well as for theoretical MCQs. What about first one? By using this law, we can calculate heat of very fast reaction. So don't just remember this statement regarding application of Hess law. You should be familiar with explanation or meaning of that particular statement. So tell me one of the example of very fast reaction. In practicals also you come across this one, neutralization reaction. So it is what kind of reaction? Very fast reaction. So we can easily find out heat of neutralization. That is nothing but a very fast reaction. What about next one? It is also useful to calculate heat of slow reaction. Certain reactions are fast reactions, certain are very slow reaction. So slow reaction also we can discuss regarding heat of that particular reaction. What about third one? Calculation of heat of formation of the compound from its constituent element. Just we discuss. What is CO2? It is obtained from solid carbon and gaseous oxygen. So in this case what happen? Solid carbon and gaseous oxygen becomes constituent element. So whenever we obtain particular product from constituent element, its heat of formation can be find out. And remember here, when del H is negative, compound is exothermic. When del H is positive, compound is endothermic. What about last second application? It is useful to calculate calorific value of the different fuels. So what do I mean by this one? In daily life also we come across different types of fuels. Suppose we take particular fuel. How to judge that particular fuel is beneficial for us regarding energy production or not? So this value, calorific value is important one. So less consumption and more energy production, that will be criteria for best fuel. What about last one? Calculation of heat of reaction. Whenever different reactions were given to you, you can easily find out heat of reaction by using which formula that we already discussed. Del H nothing but HP minus HR. What HP and HR indicate? Enthalpies of the product HP, enthalpies of the reactants HR. So these are some important applications of Hess law. Now check another important point. When we are dealing with enthalpy change for reaction or enthalpy change for bond, that is breaking and making of different kinds of bonds in chemical reaction, then what we can make use here? Del H nothing but, what is this? Summation del H reactant minus summation del H product. So remember, in case of bond breaking and making, how to calculate enthalpy change? Summation for reactant, summation for product. Suppose we take simple example here, hydrogenation of ethane. Can you tell me this one? HCH double bond C H2 plus, this is H2. What kind of product you are getting here? Ethane. So alkene is converted into alkane. So ethene on hydrogenation gives ethane. Suppose we want to find out del H for this reaction. What is formula in front of you? Summation enthalpies of reactant minus summation enthalpies of product. So tell me, in this case, ethane and H2 become our reactant. What is ethane? This is our product. So how many bonds and what types of bonds are present in reactant? In case of ethane, there are 4 C-H bond and 1 C double bond C. In case of H2, 1 single bond between 2 hydrogen atom. And what about this product? There are 2 types of bond. Which one? Carbon-carbon single bond and carbon-hydrogen. Such type of how many bonds are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So whenever we are dealing with particular reaction, in order to find out del H, whenever there is breaking and making of bond, then try to remember this relation.